Hey everybody, it's John. I'm on my news desk and trading desk today. Today's Saturday, February 7th, 2026. Do me a favor, give me a like and a share and subscribe to my channel. Let's get the word out. I'm getting a lot of new subs. Today is incredible trading news. We got a lot of things to go over here. Just a quick video on a Saturday. I usually don't produce content on Saturday, but this is interesting. So, the stock market roared back as the beaten down tech sector rebounds. So, yesterday we saw, it's just incredible. The stock indexes rallied back on Friday, yesterday, and the Dow Jones Industrial Average posting a new all-time high greater than 50,000. And the recently beaten down chip makers and software companies and AI infrastructure stocks surged on Friday on the dip buying as they recovered from a week's sharp losses. So you always have this big dip like this and then they pump back up again. Stock indexes added to their gains on Friday after the University of Michigan U.S. Fed consumer index unexpectedly rose to a 6-month high. So the consumer's back spending. So Amazon, news on it, fell 5%, on CapEx for AI and data centers. So this is what we have on the news. So MicroStrategy stock's been active, Applied Material, Galaxy Digital Holdings, just kind of going over this. And then let's look at the news here real quick. One of the things, I don't run commercials on my channel, but I do pen ebooks. So you can read this ebook for free. It's titled AI-Powered Korean Fluency Course. You learn the adaptive roadmap to near native mastery of the Korean language. So if you want to learn Korean language, check out the ebook for free. You can read it for free on Kindle. So that's what we have. So I just kind of go over my stats too on a lot of things and kind of look at, what is happening with the stock market and crypto. So Bitcoin's changing wallets right now at about 69,000. Had a huge price retracement, obviously, since October, since 1010, and it dipped from about 126,000. Let's see, and then huge dip here to 100. Let's see, go over this technically. October 6th, it's about 125,000, and then recently dipped to as low as about 63,000. So I'm a buyer of Bitcoin on the price retracement. And so just a quick video here. Had an epic week on the blockchain ETFs. So I dollar cost average, BKCH, and started scaling into it as it was retracing back in price. And then on Friday scaled out and took a huge pump, but it's a bear market rally. So the bear market rallies, they tend to be very convincing. It's kind of like the Titanic. When the Titanic first started sinking, it dipped like this, and then it buoyed back up again and then continued its downtrend. So I caught all of this pump on the Global X blockchain ETFs. So I began scaling into it on the price retracement over the last couple of weeks. And then when we had the huge pump yesterday on Friday, I was able to take some nice, huge profits out of that. And then also blockchain ETF, BLOK. So, my Bitcoin position is now, I'm going to go over this here, kind of go over the stats. So my average cost basis is 92,653. And then Bitcoin, like we were saying, was as low as like 63,000. So my position in Bitcoin is not profitable. Now with that though, I got a bunch of other things going on in the market. So again, the blockchain ETFs, BKCH, Block, ETH, ETHE, like on my blockchain ETF, my profit, where I'm at upside down in that also too. So I have losses all the way across the board in all of my positions, except for the S&P 500 ETF. So I've been here before many times. So on the Global X blockchain ETF, I'm off about 10% on it, but took a huge profit out of it yesterday. And then on Block, BLOK, stay with me to the end though. Give my videos a like and a share, thanks. I give you free alpha at the end, so it's worth staying with it. So, Block, BLOK, the only sector that I could find that gives me 100% downtrend to purchase is crypto. So with that, I'm backing the truck up in the cryptocurrency market. So I don't use margin or stop orders. Amplified blockchain tech ETF, I'm off about 8% on it. But then again, like I said, this last week took a huge pump, and I'm able to trade my way through this and use it as a foundational asset. Now simultaneously, so you have to go through all these different emotions and feelings as a trader and speculator. ETH, ETHE, I'm upside down in it. So I'm backing the truck up in ETH right now because it has the greatest negative weighted alpha, the Grayscale Ethereum staking ETF. I'm off like 34% on it. So, I had a huge pump yesterday, a nice pivot. So, I have losing positions in the blockchain space. And with that though, I also own a lot. I look at it as a commodity trader. So I have a myriad. I'm running a program here that shows a different trading process. So I own Bitcoin, SPY ETF that I am profitable in, the stock market indexes, the S&P 500 and the Dow Jones Industrial Average, the triple Qs, they're all at new all-time highs. So I do have also a new position in FSOL, which is the Solana ETF. Solana is 100% downtrend on this ETF and in the top 1 percentile of such. So that position is up about 2%. I've got a cost basis of about $10.07. So processing these emotions as a trader and speculator is a challenge for myself. So here's the thing though, and I've shown this before, I own thousands of these also too, stored up, the American Eagles, and the precious metals complex. I can show you these. I own thousands of these products. You can see these things are all made out of precious metals that I've minted, and I'm selling those on e-commerce, and they're trading at 1,000, sometimes 5,000% profit margin from my cost basis. So I'm using that capital then to accumulate assets that are the most oversold, technically. So I do what is known as like a sector rotation. Again, I'm not a commodity trading advisor. This is just information. So I look on bar chart, and I'm doing my research live here for myself. So I have huge winning positions in the precious metals complex as it broke out to a new all-time high. And then I look at the performance leaders on bar chart. Man. And then looking at what is the most oversold commodities on its weighted alpha. So in the last 52 weeks, silver bullion is the greatest. So I got all of the precious metals trade. So I'm a seller of some of my bags of silver, platinum, palladium, gold, lithium, and high-grade copper. So, like I own, here I'll show you this. So this copper, I own sheets of copper, right, that I fabricate products out of, and I sell those on the e-commerce. Now, they're trading at a huge premium right now on the e-commerce. So silver, platinum, palladium, gold, feeder cattle, I'm a seller of those markets. I don't sell my entire bag, but those are monetizing huge for me. And then I look at the bottom of the weighted alpha. The greatest negative weighted alpha right now, last 52 weeks, is orange juice, a negative 60 weighted alpha, and then Ether futures. So Ethereum futures have a negative 54.37 weighted alpha. So 4 years ago, silver bullion was in the same condition. It dipped down huge in price like this. Might have been at $25 and was in the same technical condition that Ethereum is today in 100% downtrend. So I sell into the pump in my precious metals complex, and then I do sector rotation, and then I look at that assets that are the most oversold, which is Ethereum on the weighted alpha. So I'm backing the truck up, man. And it's emotional for me too as a liquidity provider. So I'm providing liquidity to purchase Ethereum futures and then also Bitcoin futures. They were in the same, silver bullion was the same way with its 100% downtrend 4 years ago again. Same thing with gold and all that. So that sector rotation, I do everything with asymmetric risk. So the capital that I do contribute to purchasing Ether futures and Bitcoin futures with this greatest negative weighted alpha, it can only go to zero. So it's unlikely. So commodities, are based on wants versus needs. People need silver, and humanity needs feeder cattle for food. And they also need Ether and then Bitcoin. So, man, that's what I'm doing. I'm basically sector rotating and providing liquidity. And it's emotional for me too as that dip transpires. I'm always in this fight of what's the most overbought commodity, which is silver, platinum, and palladium, and then buying the dip and backing the truck up on Ether futures. So this is how I'm always in the fight. So it's emotional, and processing those emotions of the wants and needs of the trading it's a lot. So, but I'm upside down in all of my crypto positions, like many people, and I've had 4 times where I've owned Bitcoin where it's gone against me 90% only to rally back. So it takes time, so that's what I got today, managing those trades, and I'm doing awesome with it. And I say this every day, I give thanks for my abundant supply now manifested. I have it now. Looking at the news stories too, the geopolitics, interesting, fascinating time in history right now. So we got Obama news with Trump's video and an ugly post, and then so all these news on CNN, and then the Winter Games have started, in Switzerland, wins the first gold medal. So here we are. We got news on all of the, Fox News and CNN. And then I go over my YouTube stats too. I look at it, getting a lot of traction on my YouTube channel. I'm getting a lot of new subs and want to welcome all of my subs. And I also produce videos and publish on X, on Twitter. So that's doing great. I want to welcome everyone on Twitter. And please like and share, let's get the word out on my videos. So I'm doing great with all of this. But the emotions, dealing with this all the time, this pump in silver bullion, I began shorting it as soon as it broke out above $55 an ounce. So I'm anticipating a retracement. It formed this big old cup and then handle, and then dipped back down again and then broke out. As soon as it broke out above its all-time high, above 55, I began shorting silver by selling my products. And I'll tell you, the silver bullion has saved me so many times. Silver, gold, platinum, palladium. And then again now, like I said, I'm buying the dip in Ethereum. So that's what I have, and looking at my analytics too on YouTube, it's amazing. I have so many new subs. I got thousands of new views and everything, and watch time is way up. Got new subscribers every day. So that's what I have. I kind of do a homework assignment, so I look at my stats on my investments and speculations, and then also in looking at my YouTube videos and seeing how they work, and getting, you can leave comments down below. So that's what I have. Got a huge pump on the blockchain ETFs this week, but they're not profitable, but I was able to stay in the trade and manage that huge. The blockchain ETF, one was up 16% yesterday, the other one up 10%. FSOL was up about 11%. So buying the most weak commodity and backing the truck up into such, and then selling the strongest commodity, which is the silver bullion, and then doing that sector rotation, and it's a velocity of capital. So I'm always in this emotional place of trading and speculation. And so that's what I have for today, everyone. It's John. I'm on my news desk and trading desk. Have an awesome, great day. And everyone, the trend is your friend. So always remember to look at capital markets and trends, and have an awesome, great day, everyone. About 16-minute video today. Bitcoin 69,000. Are we going to see 70,000 again? I believe so. This is the time, I think, to be backing the truck up, to be purchasing Ethereum, ETHE ETF. I'm purchasing it, and then also purchasing actual Ethereum, Solana. That's where the trade is at right now, because it's in 100% downtrend. And so it takes a lot of fortitude, emotions, and everything to stay with it. So I process these emotions as a trader and speculator. So I'm not alone in this. So everyone, tell me what you think, and have a great day, all right? Thanks, it's John.